How I got involved with The Exorcist was I had been a child actor in New York. When I was 13, 14, while we were making it, I figured that we were making a modern day Frankenstein, Dracula. It was a new monster that they had created using a girl, and I could only wish that they hadn't. I wanted to be a princess. You know, I wanted to be in Disney movies. I wanted to be in Lassie. I wanted to be in Flipper. I didn't want to be a monster. And that was hard for me. My mother always said to me that I surprised her in many ways, that I came from a different place. I never wanted help with dialogue. I never wanted help. I was very independent. She didn't ask me about the work. She didn't say, how is this treating you? Are you okay? I would go into a place where it's like you just shut the door behind you. It will never be spoken of again. I don't want to know about this. And that's how I dealt with any of the issues on the set. I didn't think that the swearing, which a lot of the dialogue, of course, was brought up later while we were filming. Billy Friedkin would hand me dialogue and say, this is tomorrow's work. And I would say, oh, I can't say that. I was very shy. A lot of people don't know that. And oh, yeah, you can. And we went back and forth, and he won. I thought no one would ever hear it again. I didn't know 30 years later I'd still be talking about it. There were smells. Horrible, horrible. That was bad. The smells were really, really bad. And, you know, they were cheese and eggs and all kinds of stuff that, you know, they had made to make this putrid smell that supposedly came out of the character. That was hard. That was hard. Billy Friedkin always believes that it's best not to necessarily give away all the secrets, but it's well known that there are that we use different apparatuses. One of them, in order to make me sit up and down very rapidly, it went down through the bed, it came up, it was a cast of my back, I was tied into it. But the lacing came loose, which is the one thing that they just never foresaw that could happen. And so it's manually pumped outside the wall by some big man. And that's how I was sitting up and down really fast. And it came loose. So as it threw me forward, and then the lacing would pull me back, it was just slamming into my lower spine. When you're in that much pain and you are screaming and yelling, they thought I was one heck of an actress. They gave me like a 30-minute break, and they said, here's the deal. Either we can go back and do it right now because we have to do it again, or we can wait. And I knew at that age, if we waited, I would fear every day to get back in the equipment. So I said, no, we need to do it now. And then it was done. I always did the work, and I never said no. And it was a really, really demanding job to ask a child to do. I believe this film is extremely intelligent. I don't think there's anything else like it. I don't think there ever will be anything else like it. And I always encourage people, listen to the dialogue, listen to the story. They only think that they're seeing a monster film, a thriller. They want to get the heart palpitation going, but they're not paying attention to the story. Good will always win over evil, but it is a process. And it's a movie about faith and many other things. So I say to people, listen to it. It's pretty heavy.